I am 32 years old and I am just about to finish my first semester of in person college. I guess I should clarify. I've had, 40 something credit hours of online school that I got through an employer, but I decided that I really, really wanted to do my schooling in person. So I felt like I was getting the, maximum benefit of college. And so I looked into my options and was able to get the Pell Grant and decided to make the leap to doing in person school, which I was really, really nervous about because I thought, maybe it would be weird being in my 30s and going to school with a bunch of like young 18, 19, 20 something year olds. I guess I was worried about being unk, is what I'll say. But the cool thing was, and is, that there isn't unk, I guess. Um, it probably helps that I look like I'm still in my 20s, but, no one treated me any differently as a student. In fact, the only people that even brought up the concept of like non-traditional were a couple professors of mine would, talk about, oh, I had this person in one of my classes that would, ask me this one thing about this one topic. And, they were non traditional students. And it wasn't directed towards me. But, I would sit back thinking, like, why do you have to, like, throw us in there like that? Anyways, what I'm trying to say is this was a really, really cool experience. And I'm really glad to be doing this because when I look back, like about 3 years ago, I was in an awful place in my life. I was hopeless. My OCD was eating me alive. My depression was bad. And I finally took a step forward to get help again. And by the grace of God, I was able to find an awesome therapist that worked with me on so many different things. Obviously, for those of you that know, OCD is a horrific thing, but he was really able to get me taking steps towards college, which I kind of balked at first because I was like, I'm not, I don't need college. I'm going to be one of those people that, is going to be able to make it without college. But here I am. I kind of had to be honest with myself and understand that this is something that I need. I need this structure, whether or not I even use my degree. I need to do this for me. This is something I really, really need to do. And I'm making it sound pretty easy of a decision right now, but it wasn't. And what I'm trying to say is, I'm so proud of myself for making a huge decision like this because college is a big decision. Now, there were definitely ups and downs during the semester. Like, I would get into this mindset of like, I cannot do anything except study, go to class and work. Like, I cannot do anything besides that. I cannot socialize. I cannot do good things for me. I have to grind, 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 and isolate, isolate, isolate. And that was terrible. That was terrible. So, a big part of the college experience for me was learning to balance work and studying with taking care of me, doing things that are good for me. And both of those feel like, I guess all three feel like full time jobs on their own, but realize I'm way happier when I don't just like turbo focus on one aspect in my life and I take the time to just kind of sit back and try to enjoy my life. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And with the winter break coming up, I don't really know what I'm gonna do besides hang out with family, spend more time with friends, maybe get back into chess, or I might stream some video games. I'm thinking of streaming that game Routine that just came out. It looks like a scary game. It looks really cool. But I don't know. Who knows? I want to make sure that I'm focusing on enjoying myself again and, not feeling the effects of like that turbo focus mode that I was in. I want to make sure that I'm, getting back to checking in with myself. So if you guys have anything that you're focusing on this winter break, whether you're in school or not, whether you're 80, 90, 100 years old or not, it doesn't matter. Let me know how you're checking in with yourself, what you're doing, and yeah, wish you guys all the best.